Now, for the marketers that are listening, I'd love to really pick your brain about, okay, so I think a lot of them are using software, like marketing automation software, to really help them gather this data around their customers. Maybe they're using other software, like, measuring how the software specifically is being used. What are some tips you have for them? Like, what should they be looking at? What data should they be looking at to then really guide their personalization strategies and nurture strategies and, reaching out to customers really?
So our business, we have a, generative social commerce is what we do. And then we have customer-led growth strategies that get implemented into generative social commerce. So that's referral, loyalty, and so forth. And so, from our standpoint, when I look at it, the first thing that I say is, when you look at your customer base, the data I believe you want to look at most or first is your ICP. Understand who your core customer profile is. And if I were you, I would slim it down to 3. Fine, you can go to 4, but who are your top ICPs? So that is, we do it actually by revenue. So we look at revenue, and then we look at, okay, which markets are actually successful. So when we actually look at the customer journey across, how long did it take someone to get onboarded? How successful are they? What kind of percentage return are they getting? Are they getting high return? And so forth. So we really start to calculate the ROI. So to your question, there's so much data that you can look at, but the number one thing I would focus on, and what we at Ambassador focus on with our existing clients, is we look at our ICP, and then we determine what the life cycle is for success for that specific ICP, and that's attached to ROI. If you understand that, you actually can go and continue to fill the top of funnel, but I think the second is you'll actually learn what tactics, or what I call customer journeys, you need in order to maximize that ICP to go and refer for you or go and do things. So for a certain ICP like FinTech, FinServe, maybe it's filling out a profile is really, really important versus telco, which maybe telco is paying your first bill is the most important. Understanding that customer journey based on the ICP will actually help you figure out how you get those net new customers off of your existing. So that's where, from a data standpoint, I would definitely focus on that first. And then you'll start seeing other trends through other data attributes through the customer journey.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think no more than 3 makes sense. I always talk about nailing your niche as well. So figuring out your customer as much as possible. No more than 3 sounds like, I think everyone has enough time to really focus on those 3. And I think it gives you plenty of an audience pool as well. It's not like you're limiting your options there.